So there are other elasticities of demand besides the price elasticity of demand. But if you recall, the price elasticity of demand was given by the percentage change in the quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in price, where we used this midpoint formula to find the percentage changes. So where the percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to Q2 minus Q1, where Q2 and Q1 are two different points on the demand curve, divided by the average of Q2 and Q1. And the percentage change in price takes on a similar formula. It's P2 minus P1 over Q2, P2 plus P1 divided by 2. So all elasticities take this type of formula. So another elasticity that we're going to talk about is called the income elasticity of demand. We know that consumer income is an important determinant of demand. So, income elasticity of demand is how much the quantity demanded of a good responds to changes in consumers' income. And it's going to be, just like the price elasticity of demand was the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in price, we're going to let I denote consumer income. So the income elasticity of demand is equal to the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in income. And the computation of this is exactly the same. We use this midpoint formula. We take two combinations. We have I1 and Q1, and I2 and Q2, and we do the exact same thing. So, a little bit more about the income elasticity of demand. So the interpretation here is that a 1% increase in consumer income causes this percentage change in quantity demanded. So, the income elasticity of demand can be positive or negative. So if a good is normal, then an increase in income increases demand. So for normal goods, we have positive income elasticity. For necessities, we're going to have smaller income elasticity. In other words, if there's a good that I need power for my house. My purchase of electricity is not going to be highly responsive to income. I need this. Groceries, rent. Luxuries, fancy cars and so on, changes to my income will have a significant effect on the demand for these goods. If you recall from the previous chapter, goods can be normal, meaning as income rises, people buy more, like clothing, concert tickets, and so on, or they could be inferior, which means as consumers become richer, they buy fewer of these goods. So the goods like ramen noodles, or goods like public transit, or store brands. So in this case, that's going to be a negative income elasticity. Another elasticity of demand is the cross price elasticity of demand. So, how much the quantity demanded of one good rises, or rather responds. It's not always a rise. To changes in the price of another good. So, let's take two goods that are related. So, coffee and milk. So if we want to figure out the cross price elasticity of demand for coffee of milk, it would be the percent. So it would be the percentage change in the quantity of coffee demand. I did that backwards. Quantity of coffee demanded divided by the percentage change in the price of milk. So, a 1% increase in the price of milk will lead to a change in quantity demanded of coffee by what percentage? And again, these percentages are computed with the midpoint method. The formula is the same. So, with regards to two goods, we said the goods could be substitutes, complements, or neither. So goods that are substitutes. For example, Coke and Pepsi. Then an increase in the price of Coke will lead to an increase in the demand for Pepsi because people will substitute away from the now relatively more expensive Coke to buy more Pepsi. So in the case of substitutes, we're going to have positive cross-price elasticity. In the case of complements, like our previous example of coffee and milk, a 1% increase in the price of milk will lead to a decrease in the quantity of coffee demanded because those two goods are typically consumed together. So this would be a negative cross-price elasticity. If goods are neither substitutes nor complements, then the cross-price elasticity will equal 0 because the two goods are not related. So that's all for demand. The next set of notes deals with the elasticity of supply. Again, once you know how to compute one elasticity, they're all the same. It's percentage change over percentage change. So we're not going to go through the computation as closely, just because if you do it once, you should be able to do it for any two related values.